Welcome to Debbie Jones's first assignment for EDST 411, Teaching with Digital Technologies. With digital technology becoming a more integral part of our lives on a daily basis, it's not surprising that technology use in schools is becoming more fast-paced and interactive than ever before. Technology in schools has moved on from students using computers just as a word processing tool to being active digital participants using a mind-boggling array of open-ended sources of learning. Many apps and programs available in schools create digital artifacts using rich learning tasks, higher order thinking skills, problem-solving skills or inquiry-based learning. Today's students have been termed the digital natives by Mark Prensky, having grown up being surrounded by technology since birth. As teachers of our digital natives, we need the PD ourselves to ensure that the students have the knowledge, skills and confidence to make ICT work for them at school, at home, at work and in their communities. The first app I'll explore with you is called Popple. It can be used as a thinking tool that can encourage the use of students' higher order thinking skills. It allows simple text, drawings and web images or photos to be inserted into a Popple, like a bubble, and could be used in many different learning areas of the curriculum. I experimented with using Popple myself, had a few challenges along the way in saving my work, but I eventually learnt new skills, which gave me a much needed confidence boost in the use of an appropriate school app to use in my future. I asked my daughter to use Popple to create a timeline as part of her HAS unit in Grade 1. With a brief explanation from me after my self-guided PD, she confidently inserted photos and text to her Popples and could then guide her big brother in using it. Using Popple in this way has covered a part of the Year 1 level description as highlighted here. The next app I explored was Pic Collage. You can add photos and arrange their layout, adding text, pictures and embellishments. After I had a play with this app and figure out what it could do, I invited my daughter to the computer to create her own party invitations. Nothing better than learning for real life purposes. She's a visual learner and watched how I made a collage before selecting a photo and adding text to her invite. She picked up the skills pretty quickly and changed the background and text to include lots of colour. She decided on where the different components of the invite would be placed and edited her work throughout the process. Using Pic Collage in this way meant she was covering a part of the Australian curriculum in Year 1 literacy. This app was great for visual learners and could be used for a range of activities across the curriculum, but I think using them for real-life purposes, for example, inviting parents in for special events like Father's Day, Mother's Day, sports events, would really show the students the impact their learning can make on how other people behave. It's simple to manipulate with minimal reading necessary for low-level readers and gives it a polished end result, resulting in children having pride in their work. Comic Life is a creative tool app that students add photos and images from the internet into pre-made templates. Students can use the structure of a comic or choose from a variety of templates to create work that can cover a range of curriculum areas. This one took a little bit longer for me to get the hang of with my self-directed learning, needing a few extra tutorials. With a few clicks, students can create colourful and eye-catching pieces of work. Slower workers or ESL students may enjoy creating work from start to finish in one or two sessions that on paper may take a lot longer and not look so cool or be so engaging. It'd be good to work with Comic Life collaboratively at first so that students can hitchhike on their friends' pile of knowledge and increase their learning more quickly. With the many tabs to navigate, I think this would be a good tool to use from Grade 3 on. My son used Comic Life to make a poster about how the Earth's rotation on its axis creates day and night for science. I found that although he looked busy, he was often tinkering with the presentation and not so focused on creating the content. However, with more time experimenting with what was possible, he created an eye-popping poster and was concise in using information relating to his homework. My final exploration was in using Wordle, a tool that self-generates a word cloud based on words the user types or copies into a text box. The more times a word is used, the larger it appears. The font, style and colour can be changed, although the shape is predetermined. My daughter made a word cloud for Father's Day depicting things about Dad that makes him special, the concept here linking to the content descriptor in the Year 1 Australian curriculum. My son quickly joined in. They brainstormed words and descriptions, and we realised they would have to edit their work to make words the size they wanted. We discovered that there was no way of checking spellings, and they had to be spelled correctly if they were to appear larger, and words like shepherd's pie and loves his wife could only be joined by a hyphen. They were happy with the end result, although would prefer to use Pic Collage to get the exact words in the exact place they wanted. I can see the value of Wordle being utilised by teachers in introducing vocabulary coming up in a new unit or to predict what an unknown book might be about, but feel my children weren't as enthused as I thought they might be. Research shows that when students are enthused and engaged, better learning will take place.